The Mud Wars. Commander Zekthal surveyed the primitive planet through his command vessel's viewport, his mandibles clicking with satisfaction. Intelligence reports confirmed it. The humans possessed only kinetic projectile weapons, laughably archaic compared to V-Rin plasma technology. "Deploy ground forces," he ordered. "This will be over by sunset." The first wave descended into the Appalachian Mountains, their shimmer suits rendering them nearly invisible, plasma rifles humming with lethal potential. Atmospheric readings were unusual, heavy moisture content. No matter, V-Rin engineering was flawless. Then the sky opened. Rain hammered down in sheets, a deluge unlike anything in their desert homeworld's memory. Within minutes, the targeting matrices began flickering. Scope displays distorted. Lieutenant Vexner raised his rifle at a human patrol, but the self-targeting reticle spun wildly, unable to lock. He fired anyway. The plasma bolt veered left, evaporating a tree trunk. "Recalibrate," he hissed into comms. The human soldiers had already vanished into the undergrowth. By hour 3, the rain had become fog. Thick, choking mist that clung to everything. Zekthal watched his tactical display dissolve into chaos as shimmer suits malfunctioned, their photoreactive cells overloaded by water droplets. His soldiers appeared as ghostly, flickering phantoms on the battlefield, visible to any observer. The humans, meanwhile, had simply smeared mud on their faces. Corporal Emma Santos crouched in a ditch, rain streaming off her helmet, M4 carbide rifle steady in her hands. She'd grown up hunting deer in these mountains. This weather, this was Tuesday. Through her scope, she watched V-Rin soldiers materialize like broken holograms in the fog, their sleek armor glowing faintly, completely inappropriate for woodland combat. "Target-rich environment," whispered Sergeant Chen beside her. "These guys stand out like Christmas trees." Santos squeezed the trigger. The rifle barked once, twice. 2 aliens dropped. No fancy electronics to fail, just gunpowder, springs, and physics. Reliable, simple, deadly. The V-Rin began to panic. Their boots, designed for sterile starship corridors, found no purchase in the mud. Soldiers slipped, fell, equipment shorting out as water seeped into every seal. Plasma rifles misfired spectacularly. One exploded in its wielder's hands when moisture invaded the containment chamber. Communication networks degraded to static. The sophisticated AI battlefield coordination systems interpreted the fog as visual jamming and shut down entirely. "Fall back," Vexner screamed. "Regroup at." He never finished. A human sniper's bullet, fired from a position he couldn't even see, ended his words. Night fell, the weather worsened. Captain Marcus Webb led his Special Forces team through a swamp the aliens had foolishly chosen as a staging area. His Marines moved like shadows, their rifles wrapped in waterproof covers, boots designed for exactly this terrain. They'd trained in every hellhole from the Mekong Delta to the Amazon. Mud was an old friend. The V-Rin encampment was in disarray. Vehicles stuck in mire. Soldiers clustered around sputtering equipment, trying desperately to dry their malfunctioning weapons. Webb's team struck from 3 sides simultaneously, precision fire from simple, reliable rifles against an enemy whose technology had betrayed them. It was a massacre. Zekthal stared at his casualty reports, unable to comprehend. 70% losses, against primitives. His plasma cannons wouldn't fire. His drones had crashed in the wind. His armor, engineered to withstand particle beams, offered no advantage against simple lead bullets traveling at supersonic speeds. The humans were everywhere and nowhere. They used natural cover the way his people used force fields. They fought with an understanding of their planet's temperament that no amount of technology could replicate. They improvised weapons from their own destroyed vehicles. They set traps using nothing but rope and gravity. They were terrifying. The final blow came at dawn. Human aircraft, crude jets powered by controlled explosions, swept through the clearing weather. The VRIN anti-air systems, still rebooting from water damage, managed one volley before missiles obliterated the command ship. Zechthal initiated emergency evacuation. Of 15,000 soldiers deployed, fewer than 3,000 made it to orbit. The retreat was transmitted across VRIN networks. Horrified commanders watched their elite forces flee from a species that fought with gunpowder. The Galactic Council convened within days. Footage of the battle circulated, humans wadding through conditions that incapacitated VRIN warriors, their primitive weapons functioning flawlessly while advanced technology failed catastrophically. Ambassador Thulnara accessed Earth's planetary file and added a new designation in harsh crimson text: Death World Class XII. Indigenous species adapted to hostile environment. Ground invasion inadvisable. Extreme caution required. On Earth, Sergeant Chen cleaned his rifle, the same rifle that had never jammed, never failed, despite 3 days of hell. He looked at the captured VRIN weapon, its elegant curves now pitted with rust, its crystal matrix cracked from moisture exposure. "Fancy toys," he muttered, setting his M4 aside with satisfaction. "But they've never seen a Montana winter." Humanity had sent a message to the stars. Advanced didn't mean superior. And on Earth, the planet itself fought alongside its children.